Is now in every Maryland county. Late last night, Allegheny County reported its first cases. This as several new outbreaks were reported at senior facilities across the state. The latest includes 7 cases at Loch Raven Center in Baltimore County, 4 people at a Carroll County retirement community, and 6 cases at a Frederick County rehab facility. One of those patients has died. WJZ is live at Genesis Loch Raven in Baltimore County. Amy Kawada with more on the cases there and the outbreak across Maryland. Amy?
Good morning, Lynn. Officials say out of 92 residents here at Genesis Loch Raven Center, 6 of them and 1 staff member have tested positive for COVID-19. And now nursing homes throughout Maryland are tightening up security and isolating patients. The whole goal here is to stop the spread. It's an increase in cases at nursing homes across the state. In Baltimore County, officials say 6 residents and a staff member at Genesis Loch Raven Center in Parkville tested positive. 1 man in his 80s, along with 5 women between 50 and 89 years old. Officials say a female staff member in her 50s also tested positive, but has since been cleared to go back to work.
It's disheartening that it's happening at the nursing homes.
In Dundalk, Genesis Heritage Center confirmed 1 resident and 1 staff member tested positive. Facilities say they're trying to isolate patients and stop the spread. But doctors say once it's inside, the virus can be severe.
And once you're significantly older, then it makes it much harder for your body to handle.
In Frederick County, Frederick Health and Rehabilitation Center confirmed 6 residents between the ages of 71 and 86 tested positive. One of those patients, a man in his 80s with underlying health conditions, died. In Carroll County, Carroll Lutheran Village says 3 of its residents have contracted COVID-19. All 3 are recent transfers from local hospitals and tested positive, along with an employee in her 20s who is isolating at home. And in Northwest Baltimore, 4 more cases at Levendale Hebrew Geriatric Center.
And I think the best thing we can do is take care of people, but at a distance.
And to avoid infecting others, nursing homes like this one here have suspended communal dining, restricted visitors, and have ramped up cleaning measures. Live in Parkville this morning, I'm Amy Kawada for WJZ.
Thank you, Amy. 6:34 now. There are nearly 2,000 cases of coronavirus in Maryland. The deaths now stand in our state at 31. Our live team coverage continues this morning with Mike Hsu. He takes a closer look at those numbers and the latest from Governor Larry Hogan. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Tim. The rise in numbers are driven by small clusters. Here at Levendale, there are 5 positive test results. 1 person in the specialty hospital, 3 in the rehab unit, and 1 worker at home quarantined. As the number of cases rise to nearly 2,000, the Maryland National Guard has distributed more than 1 million items from the Strategic National Stockpile. Baltimore City Schools reported a new case affiliated with the Stuart Hill Academy. These figures reinforcing the governor's order on Monday to stay at home.
It's about what we can do tomorrow and what we can do over the next couple of weeks to save the lives of tens of thousands of people.
2 healthcare facilities in Baltimore are experiencing outbreaks. At the Future Care Cold Spring Nursing Home in Northeast, 2 of the 5 diagnosed with the virus have been hospitalized. At Levendale Hospital in Northwest Baltimore, 4 patients and a staff member have tested positive, and more results are pending. At the scene, a first responder puts on personal protective gear before entering. The mayor repeats a now familiar warning.
This is our chance to save our city. If we flatten the curve now, we can prevent our healthcare system from getting overwhelmed in a few weeks. I just can't stress this enough. Staying home is literally saving lives.
Earlier, Governor Hogan revealed the deadly outbreak at the Pleasant View nursing home in Mount Airy was likely caused by a staff member.
One of them somehow, who was asymptomatic, apparently came into the facility and brought the virus in, infected the population, and it went like wildfire.
Hogan also announced correctional and health department workers on the front lines will get paid an extra $3.13 an hour. A strict no visitor policy is now in place at Levendale and across the street at Sinai Hospital. I'm Mike Hsu reporting live from Northwest Baltimore for WJZ.
The U.S. has more than 216,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus and more than 5,000 deaths. New York remains the epicenter with nearly half the cases and almost 400 deaths in just the last 24 hours. Governor Andrew Cuomo says people are still defying social distancing orders.
You're going to force me into a position where I have to mandate it and make it a law, a social distancing law that which I think is absurd, but it has to be enforced.
Task Force health officials say, according to their models, more than 100,000 Americans could die in the coming weeks.
It's 6:37. COVID-19 testing has now expanded to a few locations meant for vehicle emissions testing for your car. Now, Paul Gessler reports from one of those testing sites and shows us how it works.
Yeah, you're going to make your way through the parking lot here directed by the National Guard and eventually wind up near a triage tent. There, you're going to stay in your car, show your ID, and they're going to make sure you have an appointment. This is one of 3 vehicle emissions testing sites open Wednesday across Maryland. The sites are limited because the tests are. Everyone who makes their way inside this garage is here because a healthcare provider ordered a test.
I was symptomatic for the last week. So I called my provider and I told them about my symptoms.
Armando Garcia has coughs, sweats, and trouble sleeping.
And achy, my body's all achy.
Garcia was in and out in about 5 minutes Wednesday morning after a nasal swab.
Just a little discomfort when they put the swab. It looks like it touches your brain, but that's about it. Yeah, nothing major.
Emissions inspection sites in Waldorf and Bel Air also open Wednesday as converted COVID-19 test sites. They join another location at the FedEx Field parking lot in Landover. Governor Hogan Tuesday spoke to the importance and shortage of tests.
Well, without the tests, we really are flying blind. You know, we're sort of guessing about where the outbreaks are.
Garcia says his doctor will be notified of the results in 3 to 5 days.
Nowadays, it's important, specifically because of if I'm positive, I don't want to be out there contaminating people.
Now, this location and the Waldorf location will each be open limited hours Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Bel Air location, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Again, you need an order from your healthcare provider and an appointment to come here. For now, reporting in Glen Burnie, I'm Paul Gessler for WJZ.
Sheetz is launching a free meal program to make sure no kid goes hungry. Starting today, 15 locations across the state, including in Joppa, Great Mills, and Taneytown, will participate in the Kids Meal Bags program. Families interested should just ask an employee. The bags will include a turkey sandwich, chips, and a drink while supplies last.
One positive thing during this pandemic is the price at the pumps. AAA says the nationwide average for a gallon of regular gas is now below $2. Now, that's the lowest level in 4 years, and they're expecting to continue that drop. And now an average of $1.75 per gallon could be in our future for next month. However, some experts believe we could see prices plunge to as low as $1.25. Now, here in Maryland, we are just above the national average. We're sitting at $2.01 per gallon, and that's a big drop, however, from a year ago, where a gallon of regular was $2.65. We urge you to stay with WJZ as we continue to monitor the following developments and follow those developments of the coronavirus and the pandemic, both on air and online. We have everything you need to know posted at our website at WJZ.com.